Good morning, and thank you very much for coming to offer the dana today, as usual. So today I thought that would like to tell you a story of Nakula Pita and Nakula Mata. Have you ever heard about this? So Nakula Pita and Nakula Mata, when they met the Buddha, on arrival, straight away, as soon as they saw Buddha, then say, "Oh my son, come! Oh my son, come!" And then people, even the monks, surprised to see that scene, and then ask the Buddha. And it says that Nakula Mata and Nakula Pita had been Buddha's parents for 500 years. And as a result of that scene, probably having seen the Buddha, straight away seeing the Buddha as their son. And that's why I call, "Oh my son, come."
500 times.
500 times. So 500 births being parents. The story that I want to tell you, it's not about that one, but as you remember, there is a discourse that the Buddha mentioned that the Nakula Pita went to the Buddha and asked the Buddha, saying that we love each other so much, what we can do so that we can reborn again and being couple again. So then the Buddha said that in order to have that relation continue birth after birth, one has to have saddha, sila, chaga and panya. Both have to have equal in saddha, practice the sila equally, and also being generous together, going and offering danas or offering things together, and then having an equal panya, wisdom. Also on the here wisdom again, it's about the wisdom on the Dhamma, not like a material or worldly wisdom, but here Buddha was referring to the Dhamma. So that's why Buddha mentioned that one. And then with that, after they met the Buddha and gained these teachings, both practiced the brahmacharya for 17 years. For 17 years. And then it comes that the age that the Nakula Pita got sick, and then he went into such a stage, very ill, and Nakula Mata thought that now he's not going to survive. So Nakula Pita is not going to survive. So in order to comfort him, then Nakula Pita said, and this is very interesting, Nakula Mata said to the Nakula Pita, comforting him for if in case he is going to die. So this comes in Anguttara Nikaya, book of 6, and if I remember correctly, I think it's about 16 or 17 sutta number 16 or 17. But the one who came, or the early one, to reborn again together, that is coming from book of 4. Book of 4, if I remember, 40, I think 49 or something, sutta. So here this one, book of 6, the Nakula Mata was comforting Nakula Pita before his death. Well, actually he didn't die, but Nakula Mata thought that he may die. So she was comforting him, saying that number one, if you have to go. Do not go with a confused mind and concerns. If you have too many concerns, then your death will be miserable. So do not die with a miserable and concern with the things. And then she said, number 1, if you are concerned about me, after you gone, who will look after me and how I will live? Don't worry. We have plenty of material things, and then I am capable of living myself. So do not concern of this one, and do not feel that who is going to look after me. So this is like a comforting that if you want to go, I'm okay. I'm fine. I will look after myself. And then the second one is quite interesting. The second one said, if you are concerned that after you die, I will marry someone. I will go and marry someone, and then that is causing you not to die, then don't worry. We have been living brahmacharya for not just the Kamesa Michachara, but the brahmacharya for 17 years. So don't worry that I will go search for a husband and die. And then will marry with someone after you have gone. And this is quite interesting one, comforting, and probably because Nakula Pita was also loving her so much, and maybe she is thinking that maybe he is worried about that she will go and marry someone. And these are two about the material things, but the other things are more of a spiritual path. And number 3, Nakula Mata was saying to Nakula Pita that don't worry that I will not go to the temple after you've gone. So that suggests that they've been going to the temple quite often together. And she was comforting him, saying that don't worry that I will abandon the monastery and then will not go to the temple. I have a great faith in a Buddha, Dhamma and a Sangha, so I will continue go to the monastery and do the merits and perform the activities at the temple. So if you are concerned of me like this, so don't worry, I will go. And then the fourth one was again, she was comforting that since we've been living together and supporting the venerable monks for such a long time, and if you have a concern that after you died, how will I go and do it? So don't worry, I will go and do it because I have a confidence and a great saddha in the Sangha. So don't worry, I will go. So do not worry about that one. So I will go and do it. And the rest too are quite interesting and quite important too. Number 5th was that the Nakula Mata was comforting Nakula Pita, saying that don't worry that I will not practice the Dhamma and my mind is restless. Yes, and this one, the fourth one was about the Sila, a practice of a Sila, where I will practice my Sila, and if you have a doubt or if anybody has a doubt, then can go and ask even to the Buddha. So that's why this is also known as like a lion's roar, Singanada, Sinhanada. So she was like saying and with full confidence that I am practicing Sila properly. Well, I have no doubt in my practice, and if you have a doubt, then you can go and ask to the Buddha like that. And then the fifth one was the next one, that is the Samadhi. Don't worry that I will not practice the Dhamma. I will practice the Dhamma, and I have attained. This called a Cheto Samatha, which means which is mental calmness. And in a stage of up to the jhanas. So, and then she again saying with the lion's roar that Sinhanada to her husband, that if you have a doubt that I have claimed of this samadhi, then you can go and ask the Buddha. That's like that. And then the last one was the panya, that I have a great panya, and I have no doubt in the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, and I do not worry about myself. So that also confirms that she had attained the Sotapanna. And because of that attainment of a Sotapanna, so she had a great confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, and without any doubts in it. So she was saying again with a confidence to the Nakula Pita, saying that if you have a doubt, you can go and ask to the Buddha. And somehow it happened that after she claimed and told to the Nakula Pita, he was about to die, but he didn't die. After a couple of days, he was okay. His illness basically cured, and went back home. And a couple of days later, he went to the Buddha and told the Buddha that my wife told me this. Is it true? So he did go and then ask the Buddha, and then the Buddha confirms her claim, and this is how it ends. But the story that I feel that whenever we come across with someone who we love going to die, whether it's a husband or a wife or the children or friends, when we go to visit him or her, we have to make sure that he is comfortably living. Do not let him or her have any concerns. So let her or him go peacefully, thinking that nothing to worry, we are fine. And with that, what happens that they will die peacefully, and in a way they will not reborn as like any insects or petas. Otherwise, if they have that concerns, then they may reborn as any insects or any animal, or even to the petas, and which is quite a difficult existence that they will be reborn. But when we comfort that person and die peacefully, then they will not have any concerns and will not be reborn as any insects or animals or even the petas, but they will be reborning on the basis of their own karma that they have accumulated. So with that, then they will have existence. So this is just a kind of a remembrance for us, that whenever we are going to see, making sure that we are freeing any concerns that they may have in their minds. So I offer this as a reflection for today, and may you all be well and happy and successful in your life. Now the blessings.